Hey, you SurRon Geeks. This is about 1916. So, you want to change your wheels, huh? Well, here's what you got coming. Front. So I opted for the 1916 because I have a full-size gas bike back there that has 2118. I didn't see a reason to make this into a full-size bike. It's not a full-size bike, so it just didn't make any sense. Plus, they're going to be bigger and heavier. So, which brings me to the next point. 1916. Great setup. But, do know, the 16-inch tire, especially with this wheel and tire setup, this is a Cheater, the Shinko Cheater 525. It's a gummy tire. Great tire. But, that wheel, significantly heavier than the stock one. What that means is more unsprung weight. Unsprung weight means it takes more power to turn that wheel, which means your battery life is going to last less than with the stock setup. So the stock wheels and tires are super light. They're barely more than a mountain bike tire. So keep that in mind. On the front, I have the Tusk. I believe it's IMX 1900. It's a great front tire. I did realize when I was doing this that I have it on backwards, but I don't really think that makes a difference. Next time I take it off, I'll switch it around though. Great front tire. I feel fairly planted. Keep in mind, no matter what you do, this is a 110-pound bike that is just squirrely, right? That's my terror dogs next door. Anyway, so keep in mind, it is a good setup, good option, but you will lose some range due to this. So plan ahead if you're going to do that. I do have a upgraded battery and controller, so I can get some good range out of it, but I know I have a stock rear that I have a trials tire on. I can get significantly more mileage on that versus this one. So those are just the things to think about when you're wanting to upgrade to or switch, I should say, to a 1916. You still have to ride it. Kind of like a mountain bike, you got to pick your lines, you got to use momentum. So keep that in mind. It's not going to save you from everything, but it's going to give you a little bit of extra traction. Get you going a little bit better up the hills, through the gnarly stuff. Really, it just depends on what you're doing, what you want, what you're building your bike to ride, how you're building it to ride, right? Everybody rides their bikes differently. For me, it's kind of worth the trade-off. I will probably go back to the stock rear with I'll probably put the same front tire on the rear at some point just to see what happens and see how I like it, to see if I can get that much more range. I'm just able to keep up with my ice bikes on a full ride, but I'm like always on the edge of being needed to be towed home. So, consider that. Just depends on what you're doing, right? Little food for thought. 1916. Out.